So there's a lot of misinformation and disinformation regarding the upcoming eclipse. Now, there's local governments, state governments, even federal governments telling people, hey, prepare, make sure you have food, water, gas. You might experience interruptions in your cell service, etc., etc. The eclipse that is going to be happening on April 8th is not common. Full eclipses are not common. The next full eclipse is set to appear in 2044. This is going to be going from Texas all the way across Maine. Now, the diameter of the full eclipse from Texas to Maine is about 120 miles, and that's not very much space when you think about it spanning across the entire US. And so what's going to be happening is you have large groups of people that are going to be traveling to, align themselves in that 100, 115, 120 mile diameter. And so you have a lot of small towns, towns that are not meant to support the influx of people that are expected to show in those areas. There's one town in Texas that's expecting to have 500,000 people, right? Nearly 500,000 people go through their town. That is a very large influx of people. And so when you have towns that can only support 30,000, 40, 50,000 people, and you're looking at an influx of maybe 300,000 or 400,000 people, that is a strain on the services in that area. And so if you have just a few small stores that normally, because whenever we talk about stores and supply chains are separated in areas based on the demand of those areas. And so if a demand of an area is normally that of 30,000 people, if you're going to have an influx of, an additional 50, 100, 200, 300,000 people, the services in that area are going to be depleted, which is why they're saying make sure you have food, make sure you have water, your gas is filled up, all that, because gas stations do not have unlimited fuel, right? They run out. Gas stations run out of fuel. That's why they have to get resupplies, right? And in addition to that, we look at cell towers, right? It's very, very easy for a cell tower, a service, a server to be overloaded, right? This is why you have DOS attacks and DDoS attacks. It's very easy to overload these things. And so when you have influxes of people, there are going to be a lot of people that are, live streaming the eclipse. They're going to be showing their family and friends who couldn't make it as they're live streaming. That takes constant data, right? Using those towers. And so if you have, hundreds of thousands of people in an area where those people normally are not, and they're using those towers to live stream that data, you might see crashing of services, right? Or you might see interruptions of service. And so just make sure that you have food, make sure you have water, again, gas in your vehicle, right? Make sure you have other means of communication. We talk about this on Patreon, right? GMRS, ham radio, satellite phone. Make sure you have at least 2 weeks of food per person in your household. That's the starting point, 2 weeks of food per person. And make sure you have at least 2 gallons of water per person in your household, preferably 3 gallons of water per person per day. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about this, please comment down below. We are more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you for your support. God bless. Stay safe. Stay sanctified.